Shalom. Before I begin, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, HaKudash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone that rule well and teach well. And Shalom and salutations to the fellow brethren and fellow laborers that are laboring in this work as well. So this quick lesson is just going to be about, words, how words are impactful, man. You see, in the scriptures, they deal with all aspects of life, from diet to decorum, even to how to speak and when to speak. You see? So this knowledge of the scriptures, which is the tree of immortality, you see? It deals with each and every aspect of life. And this type of wisdom was not given to every nation, but it was given and completely expounded and poured upon the nation of Israel, man. You see? That's why we could do the things we do, from the athletic sense to the musicians, man. You see? And what's a musician? Someone that's has an eloquent wordplay, man. Has a voice of melodies. But in this lesson, it's going to be dealing with conversation. You see, scriptures deal with how to speak. You see? Matter of fact, let me get this in the book of Ecclesiastes. Chapter 3 and verse 7. And it reads, matter of fact, I'm going to jump up to verse 1. It says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. You see? So everything on the earth, there's a purpose of when to do it and when not to do it. You see that? And when you do it out of season, it's not going to have as much impact as it would if you had, done it in season at the right time. Like dealing with wisdom. Let's say you're at a restaurant, just painting a picture. You're in the club with brothers, man. But then out of nowhere, you start speaking about history. You see? What you're saying might be wise, but that's not the right time to say it at a club, So you said it out of season. Therefore, it doesn't have as much impact as it would in a classroom setting, you see? But that's the scripture. So it says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Jumping down to verse 7, it says, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak. You see? Because you have some people that are in the world without the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. They just, utter their mouth. They just speak whatever comes into their mind, man. You see? But little do they know that's foolish. Because a wise man, he's going to be observant of when to say this and when to say that, when not to speak, when to give his opinion and when not to, man. And the scriptures cover that. So let me get into the inspiration of this lesson. The precept that gave me the inspiration for this is in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 6 and verse 5. This is dealing with conversation, the art of conversation, the art of being able to speak to people, conversating with different people. You see? Because that's a skill in itself, being able to communicate, which that's something I'm personally working on, I'm trying to be better at that. But instead, matter of fact, before I grab that, let me grab this. Let me grab this in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4. And I'm going to start at verse 33. Because I mentioned that, there's time and place to speak, time and place to say certain things. Ecclesiastes chapter 4. And I'm going to start at verse 24. And it reads, matter of fact, I'm going to jump up. Verse 23, it says, and refrain not to speak when there is occasion to do good, and hide not thy wisdom in her beauty. For by speech wisdom shall be known, and learning by the word of the tongue. You see? So there's a time. When you have wisdom, observe the time of when to say or to let out that specific statement or wisdom. So let's jump back to Ecclesiasticus 6 and verse 5. It says, sweet language will multiply friends, and a fair speaking tongue will increase kind greetings, man. You see that? So it says sweet language will multiply friends. So if your mouth is like, if the words you speak out of your mouth are sweet and friendly, you're gonna multiply friends. Meaning, and this is not dealing with like friends, but this is dealing with like work. Like, let's put the scenario in a workplace, man. Let's say you apply for a job. Okay, now you're gonna be there at that job for a specific time. A long period of time. You're not gonna be grumpy all the time, angry and mad. A lion all the time, man. But what if you use sweet language? You're actually gonna multiply friends, and you might even benefit from those people that you're speaking sweet to. Because you can't turn down, hi, how you doing? The majority of the people on the planet Earth cannot turn that down, but reply with, I'm doing well. How are you doing? You see? So that's the type of sweet language scriptures is speaking about. And it says, a fair speaking tongue will increase kind greetings. So you're not going to be seen as a rude or, but you're actually going to receive kind greetings, meaning more people are going to say, hey, hello, how you doing? They're going to be glad to see you, man. Why? Because of the way you speak to them, the way you present yourself to them, man. So let's jump here to the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 20 and verse 13, and it's a lot much more when you're a wise man. You see, when you understand certain things and you say certain things where, the outside people have never heard of. You see, this Ecclesiasticus chapter 20 and verse 13, and it reads, a wise man by his words maketh him beloved, but by the graces of fools shall be poured out. You see, so a wise man by his words maketh him beloved. You might say, yo, how you doing, man? You doing all right? How's life treating you? Small things like that. Those things can make you beloved, in the outside world. So that's pretty much the lesson. I hope this lesson was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Ashai. Call Halayim La Yahweh Bashim Ashai Bashim Hakadash. Until next time, Shalom.